Hey guys, you're welcome to PowerPoint series, Microsoft Office PowerPoint. Like the name implies, it's a software that deals with the PowerPoint of your document. So if you have a document and you want to make a presentation of that same document, maybe it's a business proposal or your project or whatever it is, maybe an office presentation or academic presentation, you need PowerPoint to arrange your points, the points in your document. You arrange it in PowerPoint and include media involving maybe images, shapes, graphical representation, anything at all, any media representation that helps to buttress the points in your document can be involved in presentation, and then you have just the hit points. The keywords you have in your document, you have it also embedded in your PowerPoint, and then you're able to present your proposal or project seamlessly. So in this series, I'm going to be explaining the tools involved in there are actually two basic tools, which are transitions and animation. So these are the two basic things we'll be dwelling on the most in this series. And why I said these are the two major things is that most of the things, let me just click on home so that you see. I'm going to go back. So most of the commands you see on the home tab, they are commands you're already familiar with from Microsoft Word. So insert, design, then review, view, these are commands that are already in Microsoft Office Word. So if you followed us through the Microsoft Office Word, you won't have any problem using these commands. So what we are going to be dwelling on the most, like I mentioned, is transitions and animations. These are the two major commands in the menu list that we're going to be dwelling on in this series. Okay, so I'm also going to talk about designs, but majorly these two, but we're going to be talking about these three. Alright, so let's come back to the starting point. Now, unlike the Microsoft Office Word that uses documents, it uses pages. So in Microsoft Word, you deal with pages, but in PowerPoint, what you deal with majorly is slides. So you use slides, and slides in PowerPoint is what carries the content of your presentation. So it works just like the pages in your document, but it's not called pages, it's called slides. Alright, so this is the welcome home the welcome page, the one you can call the home page. You can easily click on the blank presentation to have a new document that has the default slide, and then you can have themes. You can download themes. You can go for more presentation, like the same way you had templates in the Microsoft Office Word. There are templates also, but I'm not connected to the internet right now. If I had clicked on more presentation, to take me through some ready-made presentations, and I can easily click on any of it and drop that into my document, and I edit it to my taste. Alright, so quickly, we're going to delve into the lesson of the episode. Alright, so this is the this is the home tab. This is the home tab, and like I said, Microsoft Office PowerPoint deals with slides. Okay, so what you are seeing on your screen, or my screen rather right now, is the text box where the content will be pasted. Actually, one thing about PowerPoint is most times you don't have to retype all the content you need to put on PowerPoint. You don't have to start retyping it afresh. Basically, if you have your document already made in Microsoft Word, you can just keep copying it bit by bit. Don't forget, it has to be bit by bit. Now you can even make it 2 lines at a time. So whatever you have as 2 lines in Microsoft Word can occupy a whole slide, apart from the title text box. So you can actually adjust it. This is the text box. Don't forget, we already talked about text box in the Microsoft Office Word, where I told you, I explained how you can adjust the text box That's what I just did now. So I can also move it around. So here now I can have it labeled as the history of computer, something like that. So this is my title. It stays on its own text box. Why they need to stay inside the text box is because by the time you start applying animations, the animation communicates with the text box and not the text. So whatever the animation is communicating to the text box is what the text that is inside will respond to. So maybe you instruct the text box to fly in from the right. That is what the text box will do. And don't forget that the text is inside the text box, so it does exactly the same response. Alright, so if you pay attention to the rear left screen here, you see like a smaller size of the slide, of the current slide. So that's just where you have a preview of the entire slide. So let me say I might decide to duplicate this now or add a new slide. Okay, so I'm not going to use this shortcut. Before I go for the shortcut, let's go to insert. So now at insert, you have this new slide. So you can easily click on maybe blank or title only. So since we already have the first slide that carries the title, you might just keep that and then go for the blank. So here now, the first slide, the second slide. Alright, so this is how it's going to be all through the document. It's going to keep, so if I duplicate this now, yeah, you see that it keeps arranging it like that, on and on like that. So that's how Microsoft excuse me, that's how Microsoft PowerPoint works. You put your slide on the left screen so that you see the preview of the entire document. Alright, so yeah, this I forgot that it's actually in, so we don't have to go to insert before we start to use it. So don't forget that if you have a slide like this slide now does not have any text box. It has no text box, and you won't even be able to paste any of your text here. So let's say from here now, after explaining what history of computer is, maybe now you want to give a list of the types of computer. You come to this slide 2, you can't just put it here, you need to bring in a text box. So I can easily copy this and then paste here. There is nothing inside, so let's see. Like I said, you can have I'm trying to open Microsoft Word where I can really copy some documents. So I'm going to make this. If you notice something, you see that I just copied only the first. Like I said, it's the PowerPoint. The points in your document is what you will extract. Okay, so you don't have to move the entire document. So after writing the title, I move only the first sentence there. I'm going to have to copy it and then go to PowerPoint and have it pasted. So you can have it pasted as a destination theme, and then make it keep source formatting, or you paste as a picture, or then the last one keep text. So these are different paste options that you can make use of. So for the sake of this lesson, I'm going to keep source formatting. So while designing your slides, you make sure that the text is bold enough. That is a very, very key thing in making your PowerPoint presentation. You have to ensure that your text is bold enough such that somebody maybe you are presenting to people, to a number of people in the hall. So you want, while you project your document on the screen, you want somebody at the rear end of the hall to be able to see whatever it is you projected on the screen. So you want to make sure that the size of your text is conspicuous enough. So I'm going to highlight this now and then increase the size, something like that. So it doesn't matter if it's in 60 or it can't be too big. That's just the point. So and I'm going to make it justified. You see that? So I'm also going to make this bold, make it bold, or even change the font to something that is bolder than that. impact. Okay. Okay, let me just go for this. Let me just go for this. Okay, okay. So you can make it bigger than this. Don't forget that the goal is to ensure that people far from the screen can access whatever it is you typed, and then they are able to read it clearly without straining their eyes. Alright, so the first slide is completed now. This is a very simple slide now. The entire document. Don't forget that we only copied the first statement, and funny enough, that first statement, sorry, yes, that first statement alone is taking an entire slide here. Okay, so that's to tell you that you don't need the volume of document in your PowerPoint. You just need the fragments of the entire document. All right. That said, we're going to be rounding off this episode soon, so that I can so that many lessons can go into the second episode of this series. All right. Now you've learned how to insert slide. You want to insert more sentences, you can right click and put a slide in between. You can add slide, you can delete slide, you can reset the slide and hide slide. The other commands like that. Okay, so this is where I'm going to end it for this episode. I'll see you in the second episode. Do well to share this video, like, and I want to see your comments too. If you enjoyed the first episode of this, the introductory part of this software, Microsoft PowerPoint, let me know what you feel. Let me know what you think.